Hi wine friends and happy Wine Wednesday. If you are new, I'm Allie from A Glass After Work. Thanks for joining. Today I am back inside because not only are we having 100-degree weather here in DC, but the heat and humidity have created some nice thunderstorms. So definitely not the day for me to be sitting out in the backyard drinking wine. So we're back inside. But I did want to share a couple of canned wines that I grabbed when I was at the grocery store the other day. Off and on, if you go back and you look at the videos, off and on, I have tried to take a look at canned wines and find some that I like. I always have the concern that what ends up in the cans is not necessarily the best quality of wine, so automatically the wines aren't that great. But I love the idea of being able to have a canned wine that is a good wine. I think it's perfect, particularly when we're talking about summer and people going to the beach or going to the pool where you can't bring glass. In the fall, when we're talking about tailgating, where it might be easier to have a can than it is to have a bottle. So I really like the idea of canned wine. I just have not managed to find one that I love. So why don't we test these out? I have two. Both are from Old Westminster Winery, which is a winery in Maryland. Both wines were $8 a can at my local Whole Foods. And they're both a mix of Merlot, Syrah, Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Petit Verdot, and Chambourcin. One is fizzy. The other is not. They are both unfiltered. They are 100% Maryland grapes, and they are grown with wild yeast. The other thing about them that I thought was interesting from the website, and I'm just going to read this little quote to you. One of the things that I thought was intriguing about the wines and why I really wanted to taste them was that these wines are intended for true wine lovers on the go, living life to the fullest and enjoying delicious and expressive wines along the way. So that's exactly what we're trying to do here at A Glass After Work, right? So why don't we dig in? We'll start with the raw rosé. So there's the raw rosé. It's a pretty can. I like the artwork. I like the color with the kind of the sea foam and the roses on it. All right, so I don't know if you can see, but that is definitely some cloudy wine. It's what you expect from an unfiltered wine though, so I'm not surprised. It's I would say actually, I think it's more like a light ruby than it is like a pinkish color. Definitely more like a watermelon Jolly Rancher type color to me. So I'm getting strawberries and rhubarb, and maybe a hint of watermelon. All right, why don't we give it a taste? Cheers. Okay, so I would say this in the mouth is more rhubarb than strawberry. So I'm thinking more rhubarb strawberry pie than strawberry rhubarb pie. Definitely has a little bit of that bitterness that you get from the rhubarb, but still kind of that same type of flavor mixed with the strawberry, which I really enjoy. Maybe there's the slightest hint of watermelon, but almost like a watery watermelon. One of the things I do wish about the wine is I wish it had a slightly longer finish. I do feel like I get some flavor up front, some good flavor up front, and then just kind of like poof, it's gone. And so I do wish that even with a rosé that I've got a little more flavor happening for a longer period of time. That said, it's very refreshing, goes down nice and easily, very easily drinkable. I like it. We can take a taste out of the can just to see, out of the can, right? I don't know, when you drink canned wine, do you drink the wine out of the can? I don't know, are you supposed to? Yeah, I think I enjoy it more out of the glass. I'm gonna finish this up and on to Farm Fizz. All right, so You can see this is also still cloudy. It's got a little more fizz happening to it, but similar color. So, it's got a little bit of funk happening on the nose that I don't entirely love. Definitely more rhubarb than strawberry. I would say also a little bit of like raspberry and kind of stems and leaves. All right, why don't we give it a taste? Cheers. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of this. That funk kind of just is a little overwhelming. I'm getting a lot more kind of stems and rhubarb, but not in the kind of more integrated way that I was getting from the raw rosé. And this also kind of falls off the cliff. There's not a lot of flavor, and it really is just a little bit of fizz. It's more like drinking I feel like it's almost like drinking a watered down seltzer or a watered down, it's like a watered down berry LaCroix. That's what this tastes like to me. It tastes like a berry LaCroix, but not as good. I'm sorry, Old Westminster. I am not a fan of the Farm Fizz. You can taste it out of the can. See, maybe it tastes better in the can. Nope, that would be a no. Definitely fizzier in the can, but doesn't taste better. So I think the conclusion is that I enjoy the raw rosé, but I am not a fan of the Farm Fizz. My husband had a chance to taste them both. He was not a fan of either one at all. I think the phrase that he used when he tasted them was, "Dude, that was nasty." Happens, right? That's why we do these reviews. So I would love to know, have you had a chance to taste any of the Old Westminster canned wines? What did you think? I mean, are you a fan of the Farm Fizz? Have you tasted it? And if not these canned wines, have you tried any canned wines recently that you are enjoying? Like I said, I'm still on that search for the good canned wines that I know have to be out there. I just haven't had a chance to find them. So let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. And the bonus question is, what do you think? Do you think you drink the canned wines out of the can, or do you pour them into a plastic glass while you're on the go? And with that, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate those. If you aren't already a subscriber, you can do that by clicking on the little icon right here, or by clicking on the subscribe button down below. But don't forget, also click on the bell, because it will let you know when I upload a new video, which is going to be every Wine Wednesday. And if you are looking for a recommendation, you can find one right there. Thanks for joining me, and have a great Wine Wednesday. Cheers!